back to the Blend. A big show week in Vegas, from the love of potatoes to a star-crossed love affair. Celebrity columnist for the Las Vegas Review-Journal, Norm Clarke. He's back with us. Norm, how are you, buddy?
Doing great, Sean. What a week.
Wow. It all
We
seems
haven't
to
seen
come
this
in
for a long
waves.
time. It's just one night after another.
Let's start with Idaho, the comedy musical. We checked this out at the Smith Center. Dare I say, I don't think I've ever used this term, a hoot.
It was a total
Hilarious.
hoot. It really is funny. It's so well written. One of the funniest shows I've ever seen. And you could feel something in the crowd where they took such great pride in it that it was almost like they're trying to will it to Broadway.
And you know what? I think the musical could possibly will itself to Broadway because it's hilarious. I think the cool thing was being from Vegas and knowing this is launching here in Vegas.
Right.
We see, wow, we got something here. This is pretty cool. We
Yeah.
could say we got this first.
Yeah, that would really be such a feather in their cap.
Yeah.
But even if it doesn't go, what they've accomplished here is such a source of pride.
Phenomenal.
They've really done a great job, and I'm going back again this weekend.
Wow.
I can't remember ever turning around that fast.
I
for a
like that
show.
musical so much, I'm going a second time.
Yeah.
That's a very rare moment.
Actually, I'm going back so I can hear lines that I missed because there was so much laughter the first time. True story.
You have to listen around it. And then we checked out Baz earlier this week. Baz, wow.
Huge energy.
Yeah, I'll admit, the first 10, 15 minutes of the show, I'm saying to myself, what exactly am I watching? And then by the end, that final number,
Yeah.
oh my goodness,
Yeah.
unbelievable.
That lot of talent in that show, and
Yeah.
I will tell the listeners, the viewers, that this is Baz Luhrmann's greatest romance movies.
So you got Great Gatsby,
The Great Gatsby,
and Romeo and Juliet,
yes,
and Moulin Rouge.
and you take the best songs out of those,
Yeah.
and then they have this unbelievable cast
Phenomenal.
that brings it to life. And I saw it a year ago. This was the venue, for one thing. They've redesigned the stage
Palazzo
in the
Theater,
Plaza
yeah.
Theater, and so it gives them more room. Unfortunately, that means some of them are sprinting.
Oh my goodness!
Past, you don't
Some
dare
of these
stand up.
ladies with heels are like full on running, and I don't know how they do it with stairs.
Break an ankle.
Girlfriend, I don't know how you do it. That same room, the Palazzo Theater, going to be used for Clint Holmes, who is back this weekend.
Back this weekend, back on the Strip, and very exciting. I saw a 4-song preview the other day.
Yeah.
It's just going to be Clint at his best. The man just doesn't stop. He's really put together a great band, and he's got a vocalist that's just going to knock people's socks off.
Absolutely. It's worth noting, too, that this wasn't a 4-wall rental situation, which you see often in our city. This was the property saying, Clint, we want you here and we want you performing.
Yeah.
It's a rarity nowadays.
It certainly is. And I just think it's going to be very well received.
Absolutely. Speaking of well received, tonight, The Beatles' Love by Cirque du Soleil, celebrating its 10-year anniversary. I was there at opening night ages and ages ago. Do you remember, were you there opening night?
I'll tell you what I was doing. I was flying to Europe. My wife-to-be and I were flying to Europe, and 4 days, and really excited about Europe, but so crushed that we had to miss it. And
the opening night, it was, Norm, I'll tell you, it was the funniest thing, because of course they did a lot of preparation for this. This is 10 years ago. They start this big, awesome number, and then halfway through the number, the fire alarm goes off.
Oh,
and everyone just bouncing there, and they reset, the huge round of applause. It's such a fun and interesting night. I know this time around, obviously the same story, but they've created new costumes and new routines that are really going to bring a new life to the show.
well, going back 10 years, we couldn't see it, but 4 days later in the Paris Herald-Tribune, we're having our morning coffee or whatever it was.
Scone.
Yeah, and there on the back of the Paris Herald-Tribune was a half-page picture page of love.
How cool
we
is that?
We felt like we were back home. It was so cool. We couldn't make it, but
Like you're
these
reading
great-
the RJ back there. It was awesome.
Yeah, that's right.
It's great having you, Norm. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Sean.
And I'll see you tonight.
Yes, you will.
It's gonna be a lot
Again.
of fun. It's going to be lovely. If you want have any questions or tips for Norm, rather, you can visit vegasmorningblend.com. Click the link. There he is, right on the right-hand side. Also, make sure that you read his column in the Las Vegas Review-Journal. And while you're on our website,